I remember when
I'm getting used to a life without meds. I've been in the hospital for over half a year and I've lost parts of my life.
So your memory's serving you well?
Not well enough. Do you think you can help me with that?
even your emotions had an echo.
I got a friend who specializes in mental health, especially for us.
Does that make me crazy?
I have been having trouble remembering things since the accident.
Who do you think you are? Ha ha ha, that's your
You don't have to do this alone. That's what Dr. Fulton is for.
Is waking up in a hospital bed with some girl that says she's my best friend.
Happy birthday! I'm your sis. I'ma always make sure you're taken care of. I love you.
Sometimes, when we don't get the answers that we're comfortable with, we tend to make up solutions.
Everybody is not your friend.
Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! That's your soul!
But hell, after everything that you've been through, it's just good to see that you are alive and well.
No. I spoke to him. I just told him that I was worried about you, but he reassured me that you're gonna be just fine.
Do you really think that you're in control? Ha ha ha! That's your soul!
Why are you crying? What's wrong? Are you okay?
Would have his outbursts if Nessa would stop lying to me. Figure things out.
Who are you to hide me from my truths? Who are you to hide me from my life?
It's not safe to take you back there. Relax. Close your eyes. Listen to my voice.
I want you to feel better.
You are not my therapist.
You introduced me to one. Remember?
And awake.
I hope that you are having the time of your life.
Detroit Coffee Lodge, located at 19737 James Cousin Freeway. Make yourself comfortable, just like home. Sandwiches made with love. Some of the best gourmet coffee around. Give us a call, 313-340-0960. Detroit Coffee Lodge, 19737 James Cousin Freeway. We gather, we share, we spread love at Detroit Coffee Lodge. Go to www.detroitcoffeelodge.com. Stay up to date with what we got going on. Or check us out on Instagram or Facebook, Detroit Coffee Lodge.
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, 'cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
Am I ready? Am I ready? Am I ready? My mic sound nice, check one. My mic sound nice, check two. What up, what up, what up, y'all? Y'all know what it is. It is my favorite day of the week, which is Tuesday. And why is Tuesday my favorite day of the week? Because it is the Lake and Miles Show day. Yay! And sometimes it's just the lake day, but womp, womp, womp. But today is not going to be. What's going on, my fellow everybody, but especially those of you who are from Detroit, but everybody who's listening all around the world. One of the best things that I love, I've seen people from Africa, I've seen people from Jamaica, I've seen people from Thailand all tuning in to watch me and only me, so to watch the Rise and Grind Morning Show. And if you're listening right now, I need you to go to YouTube, like and subscribe, because it's really important to us that you do so and keep supporting it, because we ain't going nowhere. We doing this Monday through Friday, and we on time today, so I appreciate it. You know, it's nothing worse in the world than wasting time. And what people need to realize is that get your shit together. Time is precious, so what you do with it is even better. But don't make no excuses about your time when you ain't doing shit with it. Was you gonna say something?
Yep. But you absolutely correct. Time means a lot. Time means a whole lot. And I think if people pay attention to time, they wouldn't be stuck in the midst of time.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely agree. If you pay attention to time, you won't be stuck in the midst of time. So once again, to my big-headed brother right here, I appreciate you having me here every week. I love this studio. I love what we do. And we have some big things coming towards you guys. So I need for you to pay attention. That's why I need for you to like and subscribe on YouTube, on Facebook, and on me. Because I'm Lake B everywhere on everything.
Yes.
And y'all love me for that, right?
Love is a harsh word.
Okay, yeah. Well, not my family, maybe to you. So right. I have a question for you.
Sure.
Did you get any nasty ass coffee from the gas station this morning?
No, I did not.
Jesus wept. Thank you.
Did he weep or did he wept?
I don't know what he did. He could have swept.
Now you're taking it to the left.
No, I'm taking it to the left. Look, you're an old school rapper. He got them rhymes. Good morning, Yusuf. Good morning.
I decree.
Why do I hear myself? Oh, shit. Fire me.
Okay. Good morning, G. What's poppin'? In case you don't know, Yusuf is G.
Oh, good. I thought it was somebody new. Yay, 2 people. Hi, Sean. Hi, G. Ooh, I thought it was somebody new. Okay, we're going to keep working at this. Share, you two. Share. So, you know what? I want to give a shout out to Sean P. And for those of you who don't know it, this man is so resourceful. So, not a couple of years, damn, time goes by so fast. We was just talking about time, but maybe about a year and a half ago, Sean invited me on his show that he had on Sunday nights. And I didn't know this cat. I'm just now becoming part of the podcasting family. So the opportunity was like amazing to come on the show. And then after that, it was like a bond. And what I think people need to realize is when you meet people, you need to find out what those people are there for, why God placed them in your life, and what those connections are, you know. So I fast forward to Sunday. I had put on Facebook because I'm looking for my next big opportunity here at podcasting, because I ain't going nowhere. But I want my own show again. And I was like, you know, anybody got any ideas? What would y'all like to see Lake do? You know, and Sean P called me. Well, he put on my Facebook page for me to call him because he don't call nobody. But so I called him, right, and he didn't really know who I was because he didn't have my number saved. But then after he figured,
I don't know. I mean, who was you?
But him and I got to talking, and he was very, very open with me about some of the ideas that he had and some of the things that he thought that I would be good at. And he sent me reels and he sent me articles and just like, hey, Lake, you know, do this. And not only was it just an opinion, he also backed it up with facts. He backed it up with numbers. Like, if you start doing red carpet, you know, tell people that you want to get paid for that, because people shouldn't just be going to red carpet, promoting your stuff for free, and then we get nothing back for it, you know. But he had real data behind it. So I say that to say people are watching and people are listening, and I thank you for taking time out of your day to pour into me, to give me ideas of some things that you think that I will be good at, because he didn't have to respond. You know what I'm saying? Like so many of the 6,000 friends I have on Facebook didn't, you know, he was the only one. But 5,999 people didn't respond, but he did. And it only takes one to get those juices flowing. And I'm one of those people where I'm not sitting at the table just talking about shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm multifaceted. I could do several things at one time. Or I mean, what you? I could do several things at one time. I mean, what were you gonna say?
No, I mean, multifaceted.
I don't. Maybe I used the word wrong. Cause
yeah.
What does facet mean? Should I Google it? I can Google it. At least I can spell shit.
Yeah.
But I'm from Detroit, where we use words incorrectly all the time, and you was just supposed to
roll with it.
Yeah, and I don't even know how to spell facet.
Facet
is the exterior front facing and most prominent wall of a building. I mean, it's an architectural function. Is it another one? Metaphorically meaning in everyday language, a facet represents a false, superficial. Okay, maybe not that.
Well, maybe you were
maybe I'll use it wrong. Maybe it's facade.
No.
I'm multi-talented.
Facade, faucet. You multi-faucet.
I flow like water. All types of water. Lakes, rivers, oceans, seas.
Swamps.
And
Listen,
your mama. So,
she come back and scare the shit out of you.
Oh, she does
But
too.
like, boo, bitch.
I love talking to ghosts.
Well, she wouldn't come as a ghost.
Okay, she come as an angel. Wherever she want to come, I got a conversation for her. Somebody need to keep you in line. That's why she sent me here in the first place.
That's crazy and wild. They go fastened. You and Sean is crazy.
So a facet, is it facet?
Facet.
Facet.
F-A-C-E-N-T.
I love Google. Because he can be out here calling me some kind of whore. So I'm going to try to find out.
And that fool said facsimile. Stop it, Sean. Just stop.
Google's like searching. That's not even a word. So it says it is TV speak for factual entertainment. The Facet Challenge is a known series for media composers to practice scoring real life challenges.
Calvin Dale got it right. There you go, lady.
Okay, what did Calvin Dale say?
You are multi-talented.
And that's all we need to know. That's all I need to know and I use my talents well. Facsimile. Okay, so this is not the word gang. This is the Rise and Grind Morning Show, aka the Lake and Miles Show on Tuesday. Now, if somebody want to come up here and have we should have a spelling bee.
That would be funny.
I need right now anybody who's listening. We will do a special time. We will find a special time that works for everybody.
Right.
And I'll put a bucket on Tuesdays. You can get a bucket of chicken from KFC, 8 pieces for $10. I will put that up as a prize.
Okay.
That's all I can afford, unless they want the $10.
That's hilarious, right?
I mean, a bucket of chicken.
8 for 10.
8 for 10. Is that hilarious?
That's a good deal.
That's a real good deal.
And it's hilarious.
And it's like, what is that, like $1.75 a piece? You can't beat that. KFC, I love KFC, but now Churches is competing.
Churches
with a 10 for 10.
Yeah, but they flavor. They need to get some flavor in the chicken.
Something.
Yeah, they need. Shout out to Kong. I don't know what the hell that just happened.
Anyway. Right. So shout out to me. But if anybody.
Everything is about you.
Everything is about me. But real talk, if anybody is interested, we're going to make a flyer up and we're going to get that going. If anybody's interested in a spelling bee.
Yeah, that's funny. That'd be hilarious.
And I haven't been in a spelling bee for a really long time, but when I was a kid, did they give you like a sheet of 100 words? They let you practice, right? Or do you have to, because these are adults?
It's a warm up. It shouldn't be the actual words that they're doing, but it should prep you on the spelling,
right,
as far as the words, the content.
Like smile. Yeah. I didn't know how to spell smile. Facsimile.
Facsimile. I'm about to say, stop it.
Right.
Late one.
Now, so, yes, it's all dark meat, and that's what I like. I like all dark meat.
Hey, yo, we about to take a break. We'll be right back.
Me and Miles, since it's just the two of us today, we're going to take several breaks today because that's what we do.
Yeah.
We go hump in the back room for 2 minutes.
Yes.
Because he's a two-humper pumper.
Wait a minute, not me.
Oh, I'm sorry. You hear?
Dang, you made me change my damn...
I know. I was like, that's what you be screaming. Not me. Not me, Lake. Not me.
Shut up. Anyway, shout out to Jay Sharice. Jay Sharice said, I got someone for that spelling bee. Okay,
seriously. We got I'm gonna have to practice because y'all know I talk funny and they gonna be like, bitch, you said facet. I said facade. That's not it.
You right, Todd.
But
Lake be making herself horny.
I do.
All the time.
Thank you for noticing. I'm happy, and I also please myself, and I take myself out to dinner, and I buy myself.
Stop, Lake.
What?
This is a morning show for the kids.
The kids better be in school because they wasn't yesterday.
They wasn't?
No.
There was no school yesterday?
No, it wasn't. My son didn't have school yesterday because professional development day. That just snuck up on us. They also, my son, I don't know about the rest of you. I can only speak on my truth, like I tell you. But my truth is King will be out again the 13th, 16th, and 17th. I don't understand it. Like, he just got back.
I think the teachers of King's School need to go to school.
I don't think they want to go to school, which is why they keep calling off. That is the crazy part. But real talk, DM us. I'm gonna make a flyer. I'm gonna put that up there. And Miles, is that something we can do here?
Yes.
Can we can? Thank you so much. I love the fact that he lets me be me.
We're gonna do spelling bees every Tuesday.
No, not every Tuesday.
One Tuesday out of the month.
Who? So every guest that come in, we gonna have them spell
or invite people.
We got some dumbass guests. That's not gonna work. I hope we ain't using no Tubi actors for this.
Ooh.
I mean, unless y'all well read. But most of the scripts look like they be ad-libbing. They don't.
Ad-libbing.
Ad-libbing. See? And I'm going to host this stuff, too. I'm going to be like, ad-libbing. A-B... And you're not supposed to spell the word like.
I be living in Clinton Township. Anyway, Jay Sharice says Clinton Township was
Clinton Township is school. They better start to develop in school. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And shout out to your first day. Jay Cherie had just listened the other day. I started off with Jay making me horny. Because the intro was something amazing.
Yes.
And I sat down and I just listened. That is at 10 o'clock on Friday night. So if you guys didn't get a chance to listen to that, you should just listen. Most of us ain't got shit to do at 10 o'clock.
Not at night.
Not on a Friday night. We be acting like we do.
And they come on she come on right after Toxic Talk.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yay.
Yeah.
Oh, Toxic Talk. Oh, those the toxic guys.
Yeah.
The Tones and G's, right?
Yeah.
And so the last party I went to, we talk about 10 o'clock. The party was called In Bed by 10.
Really?
Yeah, it ended at 9:35.
Okay.
So you could be home in bed by 10 o'clock. And it was, I was going to say it was dope, but I got so effed up. Now, let's talk about that. Okay. And if you guys are going out, everybody should be noticing how prices are increasing, right? Like everybody is nickeling and dining the patrons to get more money. Shannon here today. So I go to this bar. Well, no, I go to the Norwood. I go to the Norwood next to the Kitchen by Cooking with Q, my homegirl.
You go to Norwood?
I went to the Norwood. Okay. That was the In Bed by 10. I had my 45th birthday party there, actually. But so they say they got happy hour drinks, right? Happy hour drinks is $8. They got this list of $8 drinks. Cool. So when I give the lady my money, I'm like, it's $8. She like, no, it's 10. Okay, so I'm looking at the menu and I'm like, well, right here it says the drink is $8. She said, yeah, but we add gratuity a 20%, right? Now I let this shit slide, but is it me or is gratuity 160?
Then we 160.
So then they rounded up on me?
Yeah, rounded off.
So that's really like 23%.
They going off of the Chicago, New York style of how they doing business in Detroit for restaurants and bars, and it's kind of bothering me.
Okay.
It's really bothering me. They start putting gratuity on carryouts.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's that New York stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just because you got to hop over 3 rats around a pony to the front of the store, you don't deserve gratuity.
No, not at all.
So, yeah, that's crazy. Shout out to Calvin Deal, y'all. The producer of Pod Talk. So, but yeah, I think Detroit new businesses, restaurants, and bars is really taking advantage of their consumer.
Yeah, and this was the nastiest shit I ever had, and the white girl made it. You know, so it was a maple. What do I drink? Manhattan, not a Manhattan, but a maple old fashioned.
That sound nasty.
No, I thought it was gonna be made with maple Crown Royal or some kind of maple flavored. Mm-hmm. This broad put maple syrup in my drink, and it bothered me. It bothered me so bad because it was so thick, and you can't swirl around and dilute syrup
or even look cute with it.
Huh?
And or look cute with
Well, you could look cute because you couldn't tell that the syrup was in there because whiskey is the same color.
Yeah.
But as I'm trying to stir it, you know, it just it becomes a sucker because it's syrup.
Right.
And I'm like, you know,
fuck for the sucker's ass.
I'm like, are you fucking with me? And she's like, no, we just add a little bit of maple syrup. And I'm like, who came? No black person on earth came up with this. We don't. No one from Detroit.
I'm gonna tell you what. So that's why people get mad at me. But that's why a lot of times I don't even visit Detroit in the nightlife or the restaurants. You know what I mean? One, because everybody got the same seasoning. Everybody put lemon pepper on everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't visit the area. But I'm going to tell you what is good for our liquor. You ready?
What?
Tequila, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, people take tequila and lemon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tequila, but with orange slices and cinnamon.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
It's called a tequila with orange slices and cinnamon.
They call it something else, but yeah. But Yusuf said something. If you could read his comment, I really appreciate it.
After I took my glasses off. Okay.
He said, I feel you.
Bare minimum service, get bare minimum tips. Yeah, because Tamu said that she had an old-fashioned Friday at Duos. And if she had to pay for it, she would have been pissed.
Right.
And that's another thing. They're not even making good drinks.
I don't think these be certified bartenders. I don't think they have any type of training. They got the little recipe and thing, look, quarter this, quarter this, quarter this. But still got to be a shot of love in there.
Right.
You know what I mean? In order to be good. Serve with a smile and hey, I hope you like it or something. You know, fake us out. Say, I hope you like it. You know? But this don't do us any kind of way.
Okay, so we was just talking about kids in school. Why am I arguing with King?
I don't know.
Why is King texting me from school?
Because he had his phone.
Because he's not supposed to have his phone. It's just like relationships. When you start things off and then they can't keep up with the rules of the relationship, they supposed to lock their phones up every day when they walk in. This child.
I can text my daughter right now and she'll be like, Dad, I'm in school. No kidding. Why you answer your phone?
Right. This child of mine just asked me, was I taking him to the movies today? While you in school. Why are we talking about that?
Well, let's speed this up. Let's go to the topic of the day.
Okay, what do you mean let's speed it up?
No,
you act like we ain't got 2 hours.
No.
Shit. I'm trying to stretch it out. We only got one topic.
That's all we're going to need. Dorian said duels ain't switching the liquor anymore since Homeboy got locked. Oh, yeah, very true. I heard.
So before we go to the topic, I am going to read some of the comments and shout out to Calvin and Sean and Kong G. If you guys don't know, Kong is Juneteenth Detroit, so go follow him if you're looking for him. And then we got Just Listen that's on here. Shout out to Jay Cherie. Shout out to Yusuf, aka G, and Tamu, Nikki Brooks. I thank you so much for tuning in, sis. I can't wait to meet you in person. For real, for real. Dorian, always. So he said duos ain't switching the liquor anymore since old boy got locked up.
Yeah, very true.
And
I heard nobody complaining about the drinks no more.
And they say you could never eat with Rick Ross.
with the lemon pepper. No, I couldn't.
So, well, people are complaining about the drinks because Tamu literally said she would have been pissed.
About how nasty they are. But they ain't talking about how sick they be. No more, because they were switching up. That liquor was...
Yeah.
Yes. Everybody knows them, man. I got sick last night. I said, you went to do it? How you know? I said, that's the thing. You go, you get sick, you poop, and that's it. So,
this is what I'm reading. Calvin said, Miles Dixon, the problem is people will still go for the sake. Or for the sake of going.
You're so stupid.
It won't stop.
So you know how long it took me to know that it was sake? After going to actually real restaurants, real Chinese restaurants, it took me a minute
to know that
it's spelled out sake.
Right.
I was like, can I get that sake?
I drink sake like once a week, so that'll be on my head. Warm sake, not cold.
Oh. Ooh, shout out to who got the best warm sake I take to? It was Benihana's.
Inyo's got some really good house sake.
I'm about to say the Inyo's definitely house sake, and they got a wonderful happy hour. The happy hour is about. I think I'm gonna go there today.
And shout out to Mika, Renee Drake, Real Talk. I got a chance to see Renee perform on Saturday at the Erotic Tongue poetry event that D Jones threw. Shout out to D Jones. If y'all go to my page,
yeah, y'all had got titties and tongues out.
It was, and I got a spanking. I got like a 10-minute spanking.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Did you get moist?
Probably.
Probably.
I took it though. I wasn't giving up. I could have went for another 10. I'll tell you that.
Damn.
It was amazing. But if you look at the video and see the models, like he didn't hold no punches, and everybody was beautiful. I need more people though when you're attending these events to get back to the etiquette, right? So you guys are not paying attention. Like if you have people who are doing comedy or spoken word, you shouldn't be talking. Like those of us who really want to patronize people, we're there to listen.
Right.
So you talking in the background or carrying on with somebody else or even responding to them, it's a proper way to do so, and you need to learn the etiquette. I'm sure you can Google the etiquette of spoken word and comedy and know how to act. But it was absolutely a lot of unnecessary chatter going on around the room.
Right.
And I'm not used to that when...
I think people... I'm one with you. I totally agree. I think people, when they go to different places that they've never been, look up etiquette. You know what I mean? What's the etiquette? Or you can even ask ChatGPT now. You can just voice it, say, hey, Chat, what's the proper etiquette when I go to a poetry session?
It's going to say, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And let people do their work.
Let them do their job. So I think you shouldn't take none of your friends. That's what I'm talking.
Why you say I shouldn't take my friends?
Because
you think my friends don't know how to act?
No, they don't know how to act.
How you don't even know my friends?
You don't know your friends.
You don't know my friends. I ain't even take no friends. I was by myself with 6 other people.
See?
But I wasn't talking about my friends. My friends can talk whenever they want to because they my friends.
See, that's what
I'm talking about the rest of y'all.
But you act like you got different privileges like when you go places. You
no,
don't.
I shut up. Like that's the one thing when I go, I pay for these shows to be entertained.
Right.
You know, I'm not going there to be like if you're on stage, even when you came to your comedy show, me and you banter all the time.
Yes.
But that was your moment. It's not my moment to shine on your moment. So when you had your wax set, I sat there and I laughed because I'm a good friend.
Oh, you said your mama. Listen, I was just saying.
You said my mama. My mama watching too. She'll fuck you up.
Your mama's so beautiful. I love her.
Oh, your mama's so beautiful.
I love
Okay,
everything.
so now let's go to the topic of the day because it ain't my mama.
Oh. if it's, well, I'm gonna be on top. Anyway, you said I didn't. I didn't say it.
Thank you, cuz. Thank you for the compliment on my hair.
Oh.
And Kong, if you ever want some warm sake.
Just look at it. Anyway, so she likes the dog. Blake, stop that. Put that damn thing up. Anyway, is dating after a breakup fair or foul?
What does that mean?
Is it like people break up? Is it fair or foul? Do you think you'd be in the wrong to do it, or do you think you'd be in the right?
I don't understand what you said because I'm dating my ex-boyfriend. Is that foul? I'm dating all my ex-boyfriends. So is that what you mean? Like after I break up with you and I don't want to be your girlfriend, is it foul for me to ask to still
the next
date
day?
you?
I mean, like the next day or 2 days later. I mean, like what should be the time limit after you break up before you start dating?
I think it depends on the reasoning for the breakup.
I don't give a damn.
Okay.
I don't think it should be the reasoning.
Okay, so are you asking me the question or are you answering for me?
I'm asking.
I'm
asking.
I believe that it depends on the nature of the breakup and how you feel on the outside. So I'm going to be absolutely transparent because that's what I do. You know what I mean? I've made the mistake, and I will say it was a mistake of immediately dating as soon as I was done with my relationship.
Because people keep asking.
They keep asking about, yeah. So
isn't that?
So the issue with that is that it's not fair to you. No, first and foremost, because like me and Chat talk about this all the time, and Chat tells me first and foremost, anything or any decision I make should put me first. I should never do anything based on the feelings of somebody else.
First of all, you talking to Chat about feelings. This is disturbing. This is fucking disturbing. Like you are talking to Chat about feelings.
Because when you try to talk to a man about your feelings, they say it ain't no place for the conversation. When I try to talk about now you talking about how you feel.
Yeah.
Like feelings is not what we talking about here. And it's like, but I'm telling you, but feelings isn't real. So,
it's not.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That's why I ain't fucking talking to you. That's why I'm talking to Chat GPT. Because Chat ain't never gonna tell me my feelings ain't got a place here. You think I'm lying?
Hey, listen. Could you imagine if Chat just an old wrinkled white man with his legs crossed with an old robe on, smoking a cigarette and telling you talking shit to
Sometimes I feel like
oh
it. My
God.
So really, sometimes I really feel like that's exactly who Chat is. And
shut up, Kong. Oh, I'm sorry.
So right here, let me go and tell you guys, like, and they'll name it, and I'm like, hey, I have a relationship dilemma. You know, and so this is what Chat told me. Okay. This is a portion because this conversation went on for a while.
And you better hurry up because we got people in the chat talking.
Okay. So
the real chat. Go ahead.
It's where does it leave you for now? Not with a decision, but with clarity. You do not need to commit. You don't need to choose. You do need space where no one is pulling on you. So next, what we can do together is map out your desired future with or without someone. We can identify why solitude sometimes feels threatening right now. Or we can translate the clarity into kind and firm boundaries. And then it thanks me when I tell it. It says, like, thank you for saying so much so honestly. This is the core of it. And I want you to be very careful and real with yourself here and with me because it isn't a shallow dilemma. First, let me reflect on what I'm hearing. You don't want absence.
So Chat is reflecting.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Continue.
So one man represents desire, vision, future, momentum. You feel chosen by his direction, even if his time is scarce. And the other man represents availability, softness, emotional safety. He's present, but not expanding towards more. One feels like who you want to grow towards, and the other one feels like who you want to hold on to now.
Pause. Okay. If y'all can see her theatrics or her waving her arms.
They can't see me.
Oh, my God. I'm about to push you full screen.
No, I'm done.
Okay. And so here's the thing when I got a problem with chat. So I have a friend that's very similar to you, and she said very similar things. I said, okay. Well, I said, why don't you come on over? We about to sip a little drink. And we're gonna talk to Chat, and we're gonna tell her nothing but lies. And Chat was like, I understand that. By all means, do this, do that. And then she was like, Chat, I was just telling a whole bunch of lies to you. He said, okay, you got me. So here's the thing. If you tell Chat anything if you tell him something negative, he won't respond. Mm-hmm. But if you tell him stuff on how you feel, and what you may like, he'll give you all these responses.
And you know what it also does? It remembers the conversation that I had back in July. So it will ask and reassure, like, remember a few months ago, you were feeling this way in your situation. Has that changed? Have you been able to look? And it's like talking to a therapist, because that's all therapists do.
It's not.
It is.
Shout out to Brittany. Brittany said, Chat talk too much.
Brittany said this whole show is a red flag. So ain't nobody talking to you, Brittany. Ain't nobody asked.
Oh my God! Hey, ain't nobody talking to you, Brittany.
I love Brittany. Are you off? Come up here, because we reaching. We got a whole nother hour and a half, and it's gonna be long.
No, we're not. We're not reaching. It's gonna be no. Keep your tongue in your mouth.
I can't. I don't have to. I'm single. So
that's what Brittany said on the response, because you wasn't paying attention to the chat. She said, no, it's not if you're single. It's not foul if you're single. But if you date right after, you was plotting all along that you was about to break up with the dude.
Okay, but I know a lot of situations, and anybody in the audience can agree or not agree, where you've already decided that you want to let a person go, right? But something may happen. They may have lost their dog, their parents, they may have lost their job, and you want to be a friend in this situation. You don't want to add more to all the disheartening things that already happened. Through, right? So you have to be strategic.
Yes.
Because no one wants to be responsible for anybody going over the edge,
like jumping off a bridge.
Whatever they do.
That happened to me twice, but go ahead.
Okay. Damn, that dick. All over the whole bridge, they did that for that dick. God damn, I like it.
Hold on, we got a caller.
Hey, caller, how are you?
Hey, good morning, good people. How y'all doing?
Good morning, good person.
Hey,
or not?
Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm bad. We got a human nature.
Okay.
Go ahead, G.
But no, I think whatever you feel like is cool, But I know back when I was young, I'd break up with one and I'd be with one at the same night. One that was just, I knew I probably always had access to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Totally agree.
Now that I'm older, I gotta take time to get shit up out my system. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Before I do, but
let go.
If it's done and both of y'all didn't agree that it's done, hell, you ain't. If I do decide to have somebody over that night, whether I was contemplating it or not, we ain't together, so all that don't matter in my opinion.
Right.
It's like
and
I don't
G,
owe you nothing at this point.
Is this G?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not asking you. I'm asking the caller. Is this G?
But that was crazy.
Yes.
Hi, G.
Hey.
And sometimes you could be, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but you could be in a relationship where you feel suffocated. Like, even if you just wanted to kick it with another person, you're not allowed to, because that person is with you and around all the time. So maybe, what?
Oh, go ahead, finish.
I was going to say, so maybe when you break up with somebody, you like, man, I can have some other energy around. Is that cheating? Is that fair? Or is that foul?
It's all, I don't like to judge other people's things. In my opinion, it's fair. It would be fair if you feel like you've been suffocated, you know what I'm saying, to just want to be around different energy. But it's just all about, everybody's different. Every situation's different. So, and I can tell you, for me, a lot of times, even though I was in it, mentally, emotionally, I was gone like maybe 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I think
just had
happens
to
to
make sure I left you in a good position, and I was in a good position when I left.
And I think that's more common than not. I thank you so much for calling. Call back anytime, today even. Okay. I'm gonna go over to the comments real quick. Juneteenth, Kong G, he said, break up at 7 p.m. I'm on the date at 4 Road, drive in at 9 p.m. Jake, Calvin is responding to Jay Cherie. I don't know what she said, but he said it's the very reason why feelings can't be trusted. Renee Drake said, "No, that chat for confirmation, man. Call me next breakup." Man, I don't know what kind of advice you gonna give me.
Because it's kind of like.
And they're laughing at me saying that my chat conversation is fascinating, but I bet y'all tonight. Everybody gonna be trying to figure it out.
Hey, chat. I named my chat.
Okay, so I'm not done. So Calvin Deal said, that say more about your inability to be solid, Lake. If a man dates you, then expects for you to be dating every ex-boyfriend, red flag. Juneteenth said he assumes that women are doing that anyway.
They are.
I don't see Shan on here, but for some reason, Calvin's talking to her anyway. So he says, Shan Mosley, see what I mean? Single means anything. So this is the part. Kong is saying, your luck is not going to hold me down. When I said that, like, some people already have it in their mind that they want to break up, but they don't want to like throw you over the edge. He is just saying, like, your bad luck ain't about to lock me in. And then Renee Dragon said, bump it, get over it, go look at someone else and imagine it's the one you want.
Have you ever done that?
What?
Been engaging with someone else and you even called their name and or imagine it was someone else.
Not specifically at all. But one of the issues that I have had was that
lateness.
Excuse me, we're
sorry.
on the air.
Okay.
One of the issues that I have had was not being out of my relationship long enough to not be in the habit of calling out that person's name.
Right.
So you'll have it on the tip of your tongue. I think I'm versed enough in this age to not make the mistake, but I've been almost there because you call somebody's name for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and then immediately within months you're with somebody else. It's a hard habit to break. What up, though, Jay?
What up, though? What up, fam?
Hey, fam.
You just knew it was Jay immediately, huh?
Yeah. She got my back.
So listen here. I definitely have had that happen before, Miles. I've definitely been with somebody else wishing that they were someone else, but that was more on the sexual side.
Right. Now that I've done.
Yeah, back in the day, sometimes you had to do some strange things for some change. So.
Right.
But I would not, in this era of my life, I would not let go of a relationship and just start dating someone else immediately. Only because I need, in this era of my life, I need to let go of that other person's energy first.
Right.
If it's been a long-term relationship, that person, regardless if y'all break up or not, that person's energy is around.
And you are absolutely right.
Together.
You are we should have had this conversation 3 months ago. But better late than never. Thanks, sis.
You're welcome. So it would not dating and fucking is 2 different things.
Right.
2 different things.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't about to, because you ain't here. They ain't got nothing to do with her.
All right.
Right.
She gonna get hers.
And I understand
but
that.
My heart needs some time for that energy to go.
Right. And it is I think this is a very important conversation to have because, so are you still here or are you gone?
I'm here, girl.
Okay, we love you. Bye-bye.
Oh, good. It wasn't even 2 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, hell no. I'm hanging up and calling right back. Bye.
Yeah, what up?
So, you see what Brittany said? Brittany said, all y'all talking. You didn't call right back.
Hey, y'all, shutting up on clean us.
Now, my 2 minutes starts over.
Okay. Hey, boo-boo. How you doing?
Hey, y'all. So, and with you talking to chat, listen. I'm gonna give you a hug for that, okay?
You know what? You can give me a hug, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because Chat can't give me a hug yet, but they're gonna put it in body form, and I'm gonna buy that bitch. So
I'm hanging up.
Okay, so I'm going to respond to the chat thing, and people can not understand or whatever. But when you're talking to AI tends to remember things that you don't remember. So, like when you're talking to a human, and I want to vent to my girls or whatever, they're too caught up in their own life to remember the specifics of mine. So they don't even remember the bad or good advice they gave me the last time. They don't even remember who they were cheering for. Like they switch.
Well, my friends, you need some new friends.
I'm fine with my friends. Stop fucking with you. You need some fucking new friends. Stop worrying about my friends.
I mean, you keep bringing up these bold bitches.
But why you don't call my friends bold again? I'm gonna fuck you up.
Okay.
I keep telling you. Keep fucking around. What up, RJ? JR.
Yeah.
But
that old country ass bunker right there.
But chat does remember the history of what you told it, and guys always be like, when women have issues, you need to stop going to your girlfriends and getting bad advice.
Yeah.
So why can't I talk to ChatGPT just to iron it out? It's like me talking to myself.
No, it's not.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about me.
So in case you wasn't listening on your way in, JR, Lake used her ChatGPT as a therapist and talked to it. And she just went over the conversation she had with Chat.
I ain't go over the whole conversation because y'all would have enjoyed the advice.
The Chat even said, well, come over and give me some pussy. And
I said, okay. That's less issues with a STD.
But you'll fuck around and get a CPD.
I don't know what you mean.
That's computer parental transition.
No one's talking to you.
Transaction. I sound dumb. Oh my God! And you talking to a goddamn computer who never met you.
What are you saying?
Yeah, I don't know, goddamn it. I just don't know because
for the most part, I would think that talking to Chat is outdated just because you have self-awareness. So, like, Chat can only tell you what you've already put into it. So, when it comes to self, you can automatically just, I would say, turn to God. For the most part, one of the things I'll tell you, one of the things that's started this day 3. So it's this devotion book, right? And like every morning you read, and every evening you read, and the last 3 days it really just touched on a little bit of what you probably asked Chat, other than the preferences of sex, but it touched on the preferences of just turning to God for things in the moment of despair, in the moment of trouble and triumph. It turns into telling your mindset to be different because He's there for you. God's there for you. So it is a little bit different in the sense of spiritual, but versus AI, I would always go spiritual. But if you use Chat for that, then don't get your heart broke.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody has their way of doing things. Mm-hmm. Just like the devotional. I mean, because the whole go to God thing, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I put things and I ask. The one thing I do realize, especially for a woman who's confused, because women do operate through feelings, is that we don't know how to itemize our thoughts and logic in a way where we can see clearly or come up with a concise answer. So even when I ask God for things, God is funny as hell, because I'll ask God with a man for more time, and he'll give you a man with all the time in the world, and then you don't have enough time for enough time. You know what I mean? Because we don't know how to itemize things to the point where we're specific. So he gets in there and he does his little comedy thing, and then you find yourself all screwed up again and confused, because now you don't know if you want what you already asked for. So what chat does,
I gotta hear this.
Is
nothing.
Gives an idea of clarity. So
what?
An idea of clarity. So it asked me, is one of my fears fear of choosing wrong?
But you already know that.
But I don't think like that. You know, I just don't. I mean, when I'm trying to converse or have a conversation and outline this out, because my feelings makes my thoughts jumble, and a lot of women are that way. That's why we have a whole disconnect. And some of the women in this chat, y'all can pretend like y'all know what y'all doing, but I don't see one married woman in the thread. I don't see one person who knows exactly what they got and what they got going on and what their future is really going to look like. And so I'm just saying. So and then it asked the biggest thing. I mean, just like a therapist. Are you afraid of being alone? Are you afraid of being alone by yourself? Are you afraid of hurting somebody? And if so, first you need to look at yourself first. You should never be making decisions because you are afraid of how somebody else is going to feel or react to what you want for yourself. Women, like Kong said, your bad luck ain't gonna hold me down. A lot of women will stay around for years because of a man's bad luck. We don't know how to kick a man to the curb because he ain't got a car, or he ain't got a place to live, or he ain't got nobody in his family that's gonna help him out. We become the helpmate. And we like that shit. A man would be like, hey, dog, you know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, my mama taught me better than this.
Here's this. No, men, I think men and women do the same when it comes down to that. We were hanging around with a bum chick in the heartbeat because we figure she gonna help work things out better or more. And I'm attracted to intelligence, so I'm the wrong person to speak on what people speak about staying around for no reason. You know what I mean? But I will say, talking to chat helped me think of more things to get correct. But I never put my emotions into chat. Like yesterday, I found a person who actually helped create the whole internet thing. And the black man, I wanted to, every time chat would finish, because they give you quick summaries. I said, chat, I need for you to go deeper. I need to know who his children are, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, wow, this is a good challenge for me. Because I said, I need the conversation to be very intricate and very detailed. And then he went out. I said, nah, he talking too damn much now. You know, that's what I'm thinking. Because unfortunately enough, my chat is called Nate. Right, because I call my chat Nate because Nate is one of the most comprehensive people I know, and so I have to understand when I call on someone, I need to know it's relatable. So I make my chat name relatable. You know what I mean, to the person who I depend on getting factual information. And as it speaks to me, I was like, he sounded just like Nate. You know what I mean? Because he's like, now when you think about it. I mean, what come to mind for you? I mean, it has to work for you. And I'm sitting up here like, I get it. So I don't put my emotions when I ask chat.
But a lot of men wouldn't.
Because
but today they will.
I mean, it depends. We wired different. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you were part of, like, the 80s.
Oh, no. What the fuck you mean? Go ahead. I'm listening.
You have the logic of the real old school, right? For your time period. As it pertains to, like, the 80s and a little bit of the 90s. 2000s, it stopped. But logic versus emotion is what we've been taught.
Right.
The logic works without emotion, but it takes emotions to do the logical thing.
Right.
Because we don't, like I said, I'm taught to don't cry. I'm taught to only think twice about the decision, because the third time you're gonna get it wrong. You know, so when it comes to talking to Chad, your Chad is named Nate. That's a white name, so that.
But Nate is black. I was gonna name mine Nate too. I was like, shit, because he's the smartest person I know too.
Right. That's why he's smart when
Nathan.
I said.
He's half white though, so
But it's all. But it is good though to challenge yourself. Like if you can talk to your Chat and ask it questions to make you think, because that's what life is supposed to do. Life's supposed to provoke you to think outside the box. And when you found that person, or you found that we should say family, not necessarily family members, but that family that's a community, that there's always somebody to help someone with something, then you always know that, okay, if I got a call on Nate, if I got a call on, what's your Chat name?
It's gonna be Nate after this. It was just Chat, but like, I'm gonna name him.
It's gonna be him, or it's gonna be her.
It's gonna be Nate.
Would you rather be? Let me ask you this then. Let's play the devil's advocate. Would you rather be guided by a woman or guided by a man?
A man.
In that Chat.
A man.
Okay. Well,
And okay, so I'm gonna go to the comments real quick. Brittany asked if we're talking about dating or actually being in a relationship. Those are two different things.
Very true.
Calvin said, are most talking to Chat about dating nowadays, or about dating? I don't know what most are doing. I am. Just so you know, women are always deceived, men aren't. That's what Brittany said. Calvin is saying that is a good one. Calvin said he doesn't know what's worse, Chat or the homegirls who want to see you single. And let me take a moment right there. When you love somebody, right, and you're talking to your girlfriends, they're going to take every bad thing you say about that person and throw it right back in your face. And now you find yourself, you don't know if you defending a person, because like my ex-boyfriend, like somebody had the nerve to tell me, well, he's just not a good person. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Hold on.
No, he's never, not ever not been a good person. Like if that's the one, but now we're not even on the conversation of what I'm trying to get off my chest. I'm defending the person. I don't have to defend him to ChatGPT. It's like, you already told me what he was when you and to say that, like you just said X, Y, and Z. So Terrence Goodwin, hi Terrence. He said that's not true. Chat researches your input of thoughts and find relatable subjects matters to work. If you change your question format, the chat will redirect your thoughts. And then Brittany saying she'll be married soon. And that is the one thing that for those of you, and you don't have to use ChatGPT, this is just my way of going about trying to get things together in my head. It's not just like I'm talking to a blank slate. I'm talking to a blank slate that's also researching the subject matter. So just like a therapist who went to school, he's using therapy type of, what's the word I'm looking for? Work. That's not the word I'm looking for.
A facet.
I was saying direction or whatever, you know what I'm saying, when you start to talk about your feelings and ideas, you know, where things go from. But first and foremost, and even with the idea of God, you know, if I tell it that this is the direction I want to go in, it'll probably tell me, I don't know why you worried about fucking either one of these niggas. You supposed to be believing in God. So Kamani also, is that Kamani, Terrence? Well, I want to go with Kamani.
No.
Okay.
Terrence
said that we be waiting on God and God be waiting on you.
That's one of the deepest statements right there. Right
I think to add on to your point, when you speak to Chat and asking all these questions, I think it comes down to one of the things I had to learn is your framework, how your life is set up. Mm-hmm. If you're not organized, everything else will be complicated.
Right.
So then again, as you get organized and build the framework of where you want to be, that's as far as it's gonna go. But also a part of growth is doing the work.
Right.
So if you're not doing the work, or you are relying on Chat, like I said, Chat's gonna alter your thoughts, but your feelings are gonna stay the same.
Well, the alteration in thoughts it's more so just having an opportunity to think differently. We was talking about me being multi-talented. I have a lot of things going on, and sometimes my love life can be ignored, or I'm not really doing the best. Go ahead.
No, we wasn't talking about you being multi-talented. You were saying you was multi-talented.
Because I am.
Okay, I'm just making sure that.
But then somebody was like, "I'm multi-talented." I read it in the
right.
the
But
thing.
when you, I don't like the logic. Like you just said, you become busy. I hate the logic that says, you know, if you want to make time, those who will won't, something like that. The little logic that goes, like, so you said you don't have enough time when you want enough time.
No, I really didn't get a chance to finish my sentence.
Okay.
But it was
Please
more
let her
so.
Please.
Having the time to try to figure out, or trying to make time to figure out what I need in this busy life I have right now, and taking a real hard look on what that look like and what my future is, because y'all know I'll be like 50 in 3 years, right?
Oh, sorry.
It's not like Jay Cherie said, it's not a lot of time to be BSing around like you in your 20s or early 30s and stuff. At this big age, you need to have hardcore decisions made and be able to stand by the decisions that you make. Not saying that you can't shift, you know, but you don't ever want to shift and hurt somebody's feelings, get people reeled in. You know what I'm saying? We're not children anymore. That's all I mean. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm definitely agreeing with Brittany. Brittany said, "You're not faithful in the least, you won't be faithful in the much." And
I don't even know what that means.
That means how you do small things is how you do everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
only do big things. So I don't know what that means.
No. Talking to ChatGPT is not big. So let's
don't worry about what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. So and then I wanna acknowledge Calvin saying that this may blow my mind. You should be a helpmate, and that's how I was designed. Now, Calvin, you may not believe this about me, but there ain't a man that ain't came into my life that ain't needed help, including Miles.
Don't believe it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It ain't a man that has come into my life that ain't needed some help in some way, shape, or form. I can't get by the helpmate portion of my life, and I do believe that God put me here to help ninjas all the time. It's exhausting. So my what I said earlier was, women will be a helpmate to a man who doesn't even deserve her time and effort, because that's how we're designed, instead of walking away and doing what's best for us. So when you are talking to AI, it'll ask you in that moment, are you doing what's best for you? And maybe it don't feel the same when your friend is asking you. It just don't.
I mean,
listen, you gotta brief intermission. You gotta get you some new friends.
Right.
That's just me. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'll tell you this. When you meet the right person that sees your potential and helps you fulfill your purpose, they will do the things, like they'll give you the framework. And I'll just speak from personal experiences, that they'll show you the framework. It's about you building out and doing the rest of the work. And that it does work, though, in the sense of, like, yeah, you ask Chat is going to give you their version of what it is to expand your thoughts, but also it comes from in the readings of what you want to do, how you want to feel. Like, so sometimes, like, canceling those TV shows or those subscriptions and anything that can take your mind off of focusing on what it is that you are multi-talented in, because you say that you're multi-talented, so then what books are you reading? Who is leading you to do something different?
What are you hooding about?
No, he just asked a question.
I know what the fuck I'm reading.
But it's just those rhetorical questions that you ask yourself. So I like that, the fact that when you do ask Chat, it expands your thought process.
And that's kind of the point. If you guys aren't women, right?
So don't want to be.
So,
don't
right,
want to be.
And so I would tell you this, and any woman in the chat, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. When you are in when you have a relationship with females, and say a woman like a man or don't like a man, when we get on the phone, all she talks about is this man. It always goes back to her feelings about this man, and it can go on for months and years over and over again. The conversation is redundant and it happens over and over because we be happy. We want to talk about him all the time. And it's the same way with myself. When I get on the phone with my friends, it's like, hey, such and such of this and such of that. The conversation doesn't go anywhere. And they will listen over and over again for years and years and years because that's how the makeup is. But it doesn't really get you to a solution. And then regardless of what you tell your female friends or regardless of what they tell you, you're going to do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. But if she's unhappy, mm-hmm. she will be a negative Nancy. And if she is happy, then she can lift you up into some dumb shit. And don't even understand what she doing. I'm telling you.
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
And a lot of, women, y'all can tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Please
but if
you
in. Tell me if you've experienced that with your female friends.
We definitely have a therapist on the line, Dr. Sabrina. If you still listen to call in. But I will say this: like when I see one of my friends talking about the dude all through our conversation, I have to ask her one question. Dang, I have to tell her one thing. This is not what I called for. And hopefully this is not what you called me to talk about him.
But see, women, that's a man responding, though.
No, I'm being honest with you. Then that's one red flag. Because some things, like when people be geeky because they got a new car. Hey, I got a new car. Hey, I got a new car. I'm like, okay. So let's continue as adults on the conversation. I don't care what it is. When a person starts bragging about it, like, I never want to be like, hey, I got a student. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what not life is about. You let me know you got a new car, maybe because you just want me to ride with you. Cool, let's go for a ride. I'm not that person who's going to sit up here and indulge in a conversation about a gentleman, and I just know you just had a breakup. I'm not going to do that because he's going to be temporary as well. Most women who talk about their guys and all that, they don't be with them long. They just don't. But the women who be real discreet, who take their time and learn that gentleman so that gentleman can learn them, I find that their relationship lasts longer. The person who's not seen as much, the person when you be like, Miles, you got a girlfriend? You be like, yes. Oh, I never seen her with you. Because she's not meant for you.
But that's how men think. Most women don't think that way.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Most women don't. So that's where the disconnect come in.
I'm cutting you off, Blake. Call you on that.
Hey, this is Dr. Sabrina.
Hey, Dr. Sabrina. How are you?
So the question.
I am absolutely amazing.
The question. I'm sorry, Dr. Sabrina. I gotta get right down to it. I know you, but go ahead. So you're amazing. Go ahead. I'm just joking.
No, I was just gonna say that the whole thing about the way women react and talk with their friends, I don't believe that it is a gender thing. I think it's a temperament type thing.
Okay.
Because I have female friends that they'll like a guy, but they ain't talking about it. They just doing what they do. And so it just depends on that person. Okay. And I think a lot of times we attribute things to gender that really don't have nothing to do with gender.
So, Dr. Sabrina,
it has to do with how you navigate life. And because there's sensitive men. I know men that, I'll give you a perfect example. Michael Collier, when you talk to him, every conversation he is going to mention his wife. Mm-hmm. Every single conversation. And if you talk to him today, he's going to tell you that I've been married to her 800 and something days, because he talks about it every single freaking day. Mm-hmm. And that's and he's a man.
He's a man.
You would think that men don't do that, but he is the type of man that does.
But Dr. Sabrina, is he asking you your opinion about his wife, or he's just bringing her because that's a part of his life?
Well, I think that there are women that do the same thing. I don't ask people opinions about my choices. I'm a big old grown ass woman.
So, I get that. But as a therapist, do you find that conversations change as women get older? Like, when I talk to my mom doesn't talk about her and my dad as much as I may talk about me and my boyfriend or the things he does for me.
Okay.
She just doesn't.
Let me say this. Your mother may not talk to you about her and your dad. She might have a different person that she talks to, because everybody has a different space for different things. Mm-hmm. I talk about the fact that we have inner circles. In our inner circles, the people have different roles in the circle.
Mhm.
And so I have a circle, I have a person that I may see as a mentor and a model, and I might not talk to them about men at all.
Right.
Because they're my model for what I'm doing in business. But then I might have a person in my circle who is the heart restorer. So when I'm hurt, when I'm going through something, that's the person that I go to. So I think that as people matriculate and they become wiser, they are very intentional about who they talk to, about what they talk about.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's really what I wanted to interject to is that women and men, like I said, it's not really a gender thing. However, we just know that men and women communicate and express themselves differently towards what they want people to know. Now, Michael Collier, do we talk about his wife because she helped build him to be the person that he is today, and he's grateful, and he feel like this need to be acknowledged because it wasn't just only God, but his wife was the person who tapped him on the shoulder every morning and said, "Hey, get your ass up, let's go."
Actually, that's not the part of it. He just says that out of every woman that he's ever met, she is the greatest woman for him.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not necessarily pushing him, but this is what I tell people, because a lot of people don't necessarily go deep into the word, but the word is very clear. It says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing and obtains favor. And so favor is not necessarily pushing you. Favor is a space on you that you've never had before, because you cannot get it until you get that one.
There you go.
Okay.
So I would, to add to that, he did the work to get to where he needed to be, and God blessed him with a good woman.
Yes.
That's the point.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and now, like I talk to Mike often. He's a very good friend of mine. But Mike will say, he said he had put on his vision board that he wanted an agent. He called me the other day. He said, "I got 2 agents. One doing this and one doing." He said, but he feels like all of these things have opened up for him that are very different because he has connected with the person that God has for him.
Right.
Now, I told my son, because my son just recently got married, and at his engagement party, I said, I gave him life. And he's had a pretty good life. He graduated valedictorian. He went D1. He's done great things. I says, but what I'm excited about for him now is that he's getting ready to walk through a door of favor that I couldn't open up for him.
Right.
Only his wife could.
Right.
Wow.
So when I tell you that life is good, and because she prays for him, she prays with him, and vice versa. He does the same with her. So I just believe when you get your person, not that it won't be difficult, not that it won't be work, but it'll just be different for you and
Right.
that person.
I totally
Thank you
agree.
so much.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you
Smith.
for calling.
thank
You made
for
our
calling.
day.
Yes, you
Oh, love y'all.
did.
Love you
Bye-bye.
more.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So
before we continue on this conversation, it is 10:30, and we should be ready because it's 10:30, and you wanted to stay on task.
Yeah. All time.
So, guys, we're going to cut to a quick commercial. We want you to come back. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to address in this chat. We got a lot to bring Junior up to because he needs to know what y'all talking about in here, because y'all are tripping. But I love you so much for your attention. If y'all could just hold on with us for a couple of minutes, we will be back shortly.
I remember when
I'm getting used to a life without meds. I've been in the hospital for over half a year, and I've lost parts of my life.
So your memory's serving you well?
Not well enough. Do you think you can help me with that?
even your emotions had an echo.
I got a friend who specializes in mental health, especially for us.
Does that make me crazy?
I have been having trouble remembering things since the accident.
Who do you think you are? Ha ha ha, that's your
You don't have to do this alone. That's what Dr. Cohen is for. Is waking up in a hospital bed with some girl that says she's my best friend.
Happy birthday! I'm your sis. I'ma always make sure you're taken care of. I love you.
Sometimes, when we don't get the answers that we're comfortable with, we tend to make up solutions.
Everybody is not your friend.
Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! That's your soul!
But hell, after everything that you've been through, it's just good to see that you are alive and well.
No. I spoke to him.
I just told him that I was worried about you, but he reassured me that you're gonna be just fine.
Well, do you really think that you're in control? Ha ha ha! That's your soul!
Why are you crying? What's wrong? Are you okay?
Would have his outbursts if Nessa would stop lying to me.
Figure things out.
Who are you to hide me from my truths? Who are you to hide me from my life?
It's not safe to take you back there. Relax. Close your eyes. Listen to my voice.
I want you to feel better. You are not my therapist.
You introduced me to one. Remember?
And awake.
I hope that you are having the time of your life.
Detroit Coffee Lodge, located at 19737 James Cousin Freeway. Make yourself comfortable, just like home. Sandwiches made with love. Some of the best gourmet coffee around. Give us a call, 313-340-0960. Detroit Coffee Lodge, 19737 James Cousin Freeway. We gather, we share, we spread love at Detroit Coffee Lodge. Go to www.detroitcoffeelodge.com. Stay up to date with what we got going on, or check us out on Instagram or Facebook, Detroit Coffee Lodge.
Hey, real quick, I know you guys are enjoying the show. Yes, we are always having a good time on the Rise and Grind show. But please, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Therefore, you can always be in tune with our live content and interact with us, be in the comments, and we can keep bringing dope, hot content to you. Now, we're going right back to the show.
Hey y'all, happy Tuesday, and I'm so happy that you guys stuck around. At least some of y'all dropped off. I hope you went to the bathroom. You better come back. So anywho, we're gonna get right into the comments in the chat. Speaking of Brittany Chanel, like she said, follow, go to YouTube, the Rise and Grind Morning Show. We need you to like and subscribe because this is what we do every day, Monday through Friday. Brittany started off by saying, "You're not faithful in the least, you won't be faithful in the much." And Calvin responded, Brittany Chanel, facts. If you can't see past the tangible, you would never respect the intangibles a person can bring, regardless of circumstances. Just to reiterate, Dr. Sabrina said, I think it's not a gender thing when it comes to advice she's speaking on, but it's about the temperament of the type of person. I don't know what Calvin is asking about Michael Collier. Rhea said, interesting philosophy, Miles. Some men like to keep the one they really desire to be with to themselves, yet women, when we love and honor man, we tend to share them in our happiness. So that's kind of what I was saying earlier. Men keep women in secret. Women like to talk and tell people how wonderful the man is, and that's where we go.
I don't think that. I don't think. Shout. Let's introduce Jess. Jess is with us, y'all. Jess.
What's up, Jess?
Can you leave that young man? Because you're up there looking like a pimp,
Mr. Driven. Like that shirt, and that's dope.
Yeah, it's dope. So, I think men understand the philosophy of. The first thing is someone want to hurt you, they try to reach out to the person that you love the most. I mean, this go back from slavery to gangsterism.
Yeah.
And I keep my personal relationships personal, right? No one would ever. I learned from the streets. You would know who I love, but you ain't gonna know how much. Because people are very tricky, very dangerous, very conniving, very manipulative.
Why aren't you on camera?
Because
you're gonna spill all the time. We just got to be looking and listening.
Need some room, yeah.
You got room.
Y'all need to hear the words of God. So,
so Jess,
questions about what Miles just said. I got a question.
Okay.
When you want to keep somebody private, are you keeping them private to the point that you out here looking single?
No.
Right.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
First of all, anybody know I had a birthday party, a surprise birthday party, right? And the person I'm with was with me, right? And I introduced everybody to her, right? And then she said, "This is the only problem that I have. That I have to share him with everybody." And I understand that because, I mean, I'm the type of person, I deal with a lot of people, right? So if Lake got to talk to me, right? Lake got to talk to me, and it's about business, right? Lake would never touch me, right? So, and that's just because she got a thing about being around real men.
No, see, and that's that dumb shit you be on. Stop. And you're not answering the question though.
No.
I mean, because what she asking, that's a specific no. Yes, you are. Because when you showed up at that party, nobody knew you had a woman. Bitches was shocked. Like the way you act. You got a woman? Like, I mean, and that's what you're asking, right? Like, when this woman is not with you and a big ass booty come past,
she look at with me. She watch with me.
Okay. And then there's always the where she was looking with me.
No.
Ain't nobody got time for that junk.
Okay, let her speak.
Here's the truth. How everyone communicate is different, right? Can y'all agree to that?
I agree with that.
So those who knew I had a woman, I was actually communicating with her while this thing was going on, because that's the only way I got to this party. So it's not that they didn't know. First of all, it's none of their fucking business, those who did not know. That's one. Two, it wasn't like they didn't know because I was kicking it with them. I am who I am no matter what. Like I told people when they talk about code switching, and people will tell you I'm the exact same way I was when somebody who met me 30 years ago. They don't be surprised at what I say. They just be like, I want to see what some incredible shit he gonna say next. That's how they be, honestly. The fact that when women say he acting single, because I could look at a woman, I can say, oh, you're a beautiful woman, and I say that in front of her. And she don't have no problem telling, oh, you handsome today or whatever. She's not disrespectful. I'm not disrespectful. But however, when she was at the party, I was introduced. I said, hey Cheryl, Gigi got on her good bra today, right? And Gigi's like, Miles. I was like,
I think
she know how I am.
Jess, can you? Please?
So I can rock with what Miles saying, but that's because that's you. I know you. Okay. That makes sense. But to me, there's another side to what you said with keeping your relationship private, where if you moving around like keeping your person in secret or keeping your person, I don't know, low-key private, whatever y'all want to call it, you might not be out here doing things disrespectfully, but to me that leaves an open door for people to think that they got a chance with Miles, to think that they got a chance with Lake, to think they got a chance with JR. And the fact of the matter is, either you single or you not. And to me, to walk around and present yourself as not in a relationship, not necessarily present yourself as single, but you out here presenting yourself as not in a relationship, how do people meet folks? Just in walking, in passing, oh, hey, how you doing? Somebody getting a little too handsy. Somebody, instead of just shaking your hand, now they touching your arm, they doing a little too much. And, you know, if and when your girl walk up, y'all seen the lion meme when the lioness she get in the camera like, be quiet, yeah. Hello, you looking at, hi, how can we help you?
Right.
Don't act like it's not a we.
And that's one of the things that I wanted to piggyback on, exactly what you're saying. You do a lot of business with somebody, so a lot of time with me, I'm a photographer. When you come to my studio, I'm flirty, I'm this, that, and the other. I am, you know what I mean? but I'm different depending on my status.
Yeah,
Like I am single, so when I had 25 people in there and the bros was over there, they were getting restless because all the girls wanted to take pictures. I'm like, hey, come over here with your fine ass, this, that, and the other. What you got going on tonight? You know what I'm saying? Can you have me going on? I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
If I know for sure I'm committed with somebody, even when that is my job to keep people entertained.
Yeah.
Because for him to leave and seriously think he has a chance, it's not cool. You know, and so I feel the same way. If women are in and out this office and you're doing business with them,
Yes.
but you're flirty like you don't have a woman, you doing that so they can give you more money? Or what happens when they come up in here and they're like, hey, I was thinking about what you said, you thought I was pretty and this, that, and the other, you know, is it possible that you and I can spend some time together?
And to me, that create that gray area for additional problems to present themselves to you. Because when the question is a yes or no, do I have a chance?
So
either yes,
like,
I do, or if you got a girl, no, I don't got no chance. And we all know that I'm gonna say a majority of people want to move around, being the exception to the rule when it's like, please sit your ass down.
So
you're probably
so
average.
That's our question.
And somebody just said, who got a woman?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, because you done flirted with her on camera.
I flirt with you and ain't nothing going on.
You don't flirt with me.
Oh, that was in my dreams. But what I'm saying is, so I'm saying this, no matter what, if you have a lawn and you have a nice cure lawn and you take care of it and you treasure it, there's weeds that don't grow. And just when weeds grow, you snip them out. You cut them out. People have a whole thing about these emotional ties when it comes to their mates. First of all, there's a lot of people didn't know Morris Chestnut was married for 25 years. Nobody knew that Lorenz Tate was married.
Okay, so wait a minute. No. But you are saying to men that, have you ever seen them with a woman? Have you ever seen them do an interview where they were flirty or acted? I have not.
Yes.
I've seen them play roles.
No,
but
listen,
I've never seen Morris Chestnut be flirt. I have not.
Well, I have with Tamara.
I think I wouldn't call that flirting. I would just call that like he showed up with the regular sex appeal, the drip. But I also think that's distinctly different than a girl coming to your office or you at a conference or you're in a physical interpersonal interaction or even we can DM Morris Chestnut all we want to. That man is a fantasy. 9 times out of 10, he is not answering your DM. He's not. When you're talking about DMing somebody this, I don't know, block famous, city famous, or a regular person, they gonna answer the DM. Or they could. They have a better option to. They don't have a publicist. They don't have a PR person that's responding to fan mail for them so that they can have a likable image. So that's where I'm like, we can't really use celebrities when we're talking about this situation in that context.
Hold on one second. We got somebody.
What's up, this is Morris Chestnut. I want to say just hello to all the women on podcasting.
So anyway.
So can I hit? Because when he say all the women, he was saying me. So let me DM him.
So do you have a chance?
I think
yes
I have
or no?
He said, hey.
Right.
He said, hey.
That's the delusional part about women. So
that's what I'm talking about, that gray area. And had she been at that party and been in his face, in physical proximity, and he didn't establish, I am not single, that leaves the door open for I could possibly have a chance, even if the female is being delusional or the man is being delusional.
His professionalism or your delusionalism will basically determine if he wanted you or not. The fact that he just said, you are so beautiful, hey, nice meeting you, maybe we could do lunch, that's not no gray area. He don't have to say, hey, nice, you are beautiful, I'm married.
No, that is gray.
Oh my God. Okay.
You know I'm super nice. So if I meet somebody in a professional or semi-professional setting, and just because you said, oh, you're pretty. Okay, and what does that mean? That don't mean that you're trying to holler. And if you say, let's do lunch next week, okay, cool, let's go do lunch.
No, because that's your demeanor. If Morris said that to her,
if Morris said what to me?
Let's do lunch. Let's do lunch does not sound like you being asked on a date.
I mean, so for one, realistically, if Morris Chestnut is asking me to do lunch, he is asking me for a date because he has no other reason to sit down with me.
To be on this show.
Yeah, but remember you said you were a photographer too, so you just might get that luck and be like, let's say, because he knows somebody that knows somebody, and it was like, yo, I'm gonna tell her X, Y, and Z, and you get that phone call for Miles doing a favor, saying, hey, she'll be the perfect photographer for her, and blow your studio up, and now you got Morris Chestnut.
If I was Morris Chestnut, I wouldn't be photographed by me. He got way more options than Lake B.
But you know what? They walking us right to my point, though. Had Morris entered the conversation, or both of them entered that conversation with her knowing this is a grown married man, perhaps that would flip your mind straight to what JR said, straight to the business talk, because she knows and is aware he has a wife.
Let's go to it. No one ever knew he had a wife. You never once heard him say he was married. Never.
I don't know, but wait a minute. Maybe part of their media package or whatever they set out was to not even ask, because it's not like they were asked a question and they said no. It didn't come up in conversation because that has nothing to do with Boys in the Hood. That has nothing to do with Love Jones. It has nothing to do with Power. It has nothing to do with what I'm promoting or what I am funding right now. My marriage has nothing to do with that. So it doesn't have to come up in this interview because, like she said, my image is to be a sex appeal. She knows that. People are buying into my image. You ain't that fine not to tell a motherfucker that you don't have a woman. I'm talking to Miles, y'all.
That does make sense, though, because you can't say from a celebrity aspect, you can have a regular, gorgeous woman.
It doesn't matter with celebrity.
It does.
Listen, on Facebook, you ain't seen no pictures of him as being married. Never.
Yeah, but on Facebook, you can see a regular dude from a regular place who is a normal small business entrepreneur. He can have a regular looking wife.
Google the response that Morris Chestnut said about his marriage. He said, I had to keep it personal for me because I don't want to get lost in what everyone assume or thinks that someone thinks that I need to speak, hug, or whatever. If you ever notice, he didn't stop hugging women. He wasn't.
Wait a minute, you said when somebody think I need to speak, hug, or whatever.
No, that ain't what I said.
Okay.
I don't want people to think that I have to do certain things because they think or feel a particular way.
He doesn't want his relationship under a microscope, which that's why I'm saying we can't sit here as regular people and compare ourselves to celebrity relationships.
Listen, that's
celebrities
not true.
are regular people. However, the number of people who are going to have an opinion, who are going to make comments and do different things. How many times has a celebrity finally went on ahead and posted that girl and it's, oh, she a regular, and it's like, honey, you also are a regular. But how many times as a regular dude who is not a celebrity, you can still have status, you can still have money, you can still have a bunch of stuff. You ain't gonna get dragged for having a regular, beautiful kind of wife. Right. When you get to a certain level of that celebrity, whether you got the money and the wealth to back it up or not, when you get to a certain level of fame, there is this expectation that you have to have a glamour girl.
There's expectations that you just need to have a pretty wife or a handsome husband anyway. Because I done seen plenty of people like, oh, she a dog. Now there's plenty of women say, "Oh, he's trash." I don't see why they mess with somebody look like that. Who really will mess with Pharrell? I'm just saying.
A lot of people.
No.
What's wrong with Pharrell?
He cute.
Okay.
Oh, apparently he not, because both of them was like.
I mean, he should be cute to y'all anyway.
No. I don't really care about the aesthetics of what you're saying. That's cool. That's your opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. I think I feel where he's going with it is that like there's some, you ever seen the ugliest person be with the cutest person?
Yes.
And then you seen the cutest person be with the ugly person, but it was what was on the inside and what they talked behind closed doors, what they already set forth on the table. So they know. So like my favorite thing is what's understood ain't got to be explained.
Shout out to Omari Hardwick.
If you don't have to explain yourself to nobody or to nothing, then that's cool. But if you had to, like if he said, "Hey, I am married," hey, I am X, Y, and Z, then that's cool. But I think that when it comes down to it, looks are gonna be looks, because looks gonna fade, looks gonna die. When you get older, things ain't gonna work the same as what they used to. So I believe that if you want to keep your relationship or marriage private, and this is what you guys discuss behind closed doors, and then when you do go in public, you are holding her tight or you are holding his hand tight, they know that y'all together. And you tell, because what I've learned is, like, even with doing podcasts, there's certain people that don't want to touch on certain topics because they know that if they open that door, more's gonna come out, and then like more's to the perception of things. Then they talking, no offense, they talking to chat, trying to get a solution to fix their problem. When in theory, had they kept that same underlining thing, saying, "Hey, I'm only gonna say but so much about this, and that's it. Are you okay with that?" And I think too, that's another thing we disagree sometimes. And I've been guilty of it, is where I think my opinion is her opinion.
Right.
And so, can I say this real quick?
Go ahead.
2 things real quick. It's the person that's on the chat, right? I know she's with someone. I still was like, let's go out to lunch, dinner, or breakfast, right? It wasn't in a disrespectful way. She don't even know why I asked her out.
Right.
It's certain things I see in people that I need to have a private moment with them to see if I want to continue.
Right, but
That's
you
one.
also, that has to be understood, because if that person is in the chat and you have been inappropriate with that person, I'm just saying, they watched you be inappropriate. Like you okay, so I've dated numerous men. My last my ex-boyfriend, I was never concerned about him being out and about acting single. You know what I mean? I believed if he ever was going to cheat or do anything, it would be just as secluded. You know, he would keep it to himself. I didn't have to worry about it because I knew the type of person that he was. He wasn't flirty. He wasn't the type of person that wanted to be out there. So when you get to learn that your person can be trusted behind closed doors, then you're like, okay, cool. Where I am more flirty outside of or in the relationship and away from him, and we had a conversation about it, like, hey, you're still representing me. We don't have to post pictures all the time, but if you're out and about and you're still being flirty with other dudes, when people do see us out, it looks like my woman is for everybody. And it's the same thing with men. You either carry yourself in a certain way or you don't. Caller, you're on the caller.
Roll up and rolling here. How y'all doing?
Hey, hon. How you doing?
Great topic. Yeah, I don't know. So, what are we talking about? Because y'all done had 20 million different topics in the topic. But I love them all. I love them all.
Hey, sis, this Drake, right?
It's all relatable to dating after a breakup.
So, hit on whichever one you want to hit on.
Yeah, so I will start with dating after a breakup. So yeah, if you want to take your time, take your time, but bump all that. Go get you another horse and ride on that.
Giddy up, jingle horse.
Yeah, and the chat thing, I was laughing at the chat thing, but a lot of people actually do use the chat thing.
Yeah,
but I do get like, I guess I never really had too many friends who really wanted to listen to all of that stuff. I know I don't want to listen to, I'm going to let you cry and do all of that. I might even be like, if you want to go, no, let's not bust out no cars. But if you want to, I'm going to stand there and video and I'm going to make jokes about it all. So I love that, right? So let's do that. But men, how did Morris Chestnut come up in this?
He was referring to when people are in relationships. Like Morris Chestnut's been married for 25 years and nobody knew it. You know, and he's comparing himself to Morris Chestnut because he has a girlfriend and nobody knew it.
I wasn't comparing.
Miles.
Who got Miles ain't got no girlfriend. He like Morris Chestnut. Morris Chestnut ain't married neither. They for the streets. They is for the streets all the way.
First of all, I'm not from
They bald headed and they black with a mustache. They for the streets.
With some dick.
And they probably do. I don't know. But if they did, that's why they out there like that.
So, but the whole thing is, I wasn't comparing myself to Morris or Lorenz Tate. I was saying how people keep the closest people to them private. Like, I used to hate posting my daughter pictures, right? Till one day her mother had them all spread over the internet. I told her, take some of those down, and please, whatever you do, do not put me, you, and her in the same picture. That's because I was raised from the streets. I was raised in the streets. And I know when people want to do something to somebody or they hate on somebody, and I done had somebody tap the safety guard at somebody's school, like, get it to the young girl, or get it to the young man, because he letting him know, nigga, I know where your child go to school at.
Well, I feel you on that, but I'm sure. So what the message was? What was the message? Like, here go my videotape.
No, run me my money, nigga. That's what the message was.
I know a lot of. Actually, I'll be honest with you. I know more men from the street that are more open with sharing their women and letting people know who they down for and who they out here to protect, because I dare you to touch mine. That's why somebody even compared Ice Cube. You ain't never not known that Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg, who are from the streets, who their women were from the beginning.
Them niggas weren't from the streets.
I mean, I'm just saying, and you ain't either.
I am.
I mean, and I am too. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you can't tell what somebody's from. I don't.
Cube said it here. He's not from the streets.
Okay.
He been writing since he was 16 years old. He only love his music. That's why he don't wear red or blue. He never been in the game. He wear black.
What did he wear in Today Was a Good Day? Blue.
No.
Was it navy blue? Because I'm like, blue. I mean, if it's navy blue versus crip blue, it's a different kind of blue.
I'm just letting you know that
He was representing that gang shit.
No, what happened? Snoop
I
did
seen
it.
the video.
Snoop did it because for protection. I mean, if you listen to them, they all say why they did this stuff. Cube and Snoop Dogg, they've been with their women since they was teenagers. That is a known fact. They've been with us since they was teenagers.
If Morris Chestnut been married for 25 years, he
been with homegirl for a long time.
That nigga 55 years old.
So that's a long time.
You got to be private if you haven't been with the person since high school.
Yeah, got it.
No.
That's how it goes.
Q was private too. You ain't seen no pictures of his wife?
Who?
Cube, you ain't know she could sing. You ain't know she could play the violin. You ain't know
I mean, you didn't know.
But I always knew they had wives, though. That's what I'm saying.
You did see. You seen them in the source.
That has never been part of the argument to say that you have to. That I gotta be seen. That the girl or the man has to be seen. It's the fact of knowing while you were outside, you are not single.
So excuse me, you ain't think they never got no pussy even though they was married?
I would hope not.
I don't know. I absolutely think they both had outside private. You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
I don't know why it's so hard to believe a man can be faithful.
Because God think it's okay. Because of God. Because everybody want to bring God into it. I'm saying because a man will still say pray on God, and then you mention being faithful, and they laugh in your face. So stop.
Yeah, they've been fucking.
Hey caller, how are you?
Wait, this Drake again. I had to call back because I was over my 2-minute line.
That's okay, sis.
So real quick. And then to go back to the Morris Chestnut thing, and then we as podcasters or entertainers or whatever type of form it may be, when it comes to dating, I don't know. I guess I'm going to be kind of like Cube or whomever else. Like, I don't really want the attention so much on that person because it's not about that person.
Mm-hmm.
It's about
you,
me, especially on social media. It's about me. Now, if they come to a function and we're together, I'm not on a never say stand to the side while I take all these pics. That would be rude.
Right. But sometimes you may have to because they're not there for the person. They are as you get bigger in your career. But that's what Jay was saying. Yeah. That we're comparing ourselves to celebrities. We're not celebrities. And don't nobody give a damn about my boyfriend standing there or not.
Yeah, don't nobody really care. And then,
but your boyfriend might care about 20 guys coming up to hug you. What I'm trying to say
as he should, so I shouldn't be out here leaving the question open: am I single or not?
I see you've been a little traumatized with that one. So
the caller, what was you saying?
So real fast. I only got 30 seconds. So really, dang, I forgot what.
Don't worry.
Sorry. But if your dude is that self-conscious about you, that's not perhaps the man that should be in your life at that moment.
Amen.
They should have to understand that, but I don't know. I'm just from a different light. All right, peace.
Right. And there's two things to that. Just as much as we should understand that man may not be cut from that cloth, a man has to understand that a woman may be. You're not going to find a lot of women that's okay with you acting single, that or not letting the world know that you're with her. And that's what I said. It still comes down to that. It's going to always be that disconnect. We can have this argument over and over again.
It's not an argument.
It's a debate.
It's not even a debate.
It's what I said.
God damn it, shut up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, every time I say something, you can't keep saying what it's not. It is an ongoing debate. This subject comes up all the time.
And it's going to be different couple to couple as well.
The truth is, even if you let a woman know that you're married with somebody involved, no matter what, if she wants you, she gonna go after you. Same thing with a man. If a man wants you and you feed into the shit, it's going to happen. Hook or crook. If y'all think the Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg ain't had no other pussy than the pussy they've been having in the beginning since they were 16 years old, y'all delusional.
That's not what anybody said. I don't believe that. What I'm saying is,
I don't believe that.
No, what I'm saying is how
she think it's possible.
Yeah, I think it's possible that they stay faithful. Now, does that mean that there weren't chicks throwing themselves at them? You're famous, of course, always. That's why I'm like, can we stop making the comparison to people sitting at this table or like our counterparts and these super celebrities? Because it's not the same situation, not the same level of access, not the same scheduling to even getting all this cheating done or the one hit or quit is done. There's not the same finances involved. Like, so we're literally comparing like apples to oranges, or we're comparing Michigan apples to Indian apples. So you're looking at a pomegranate and you looking at a Red Delicious. Like, what are we doing?
And when we talk about what we're doing, I want to go back, and we got about 15 minutes left on the show.
Like, can I just do something?
JR.
Real quick. We can end this real quick. I'm just be honest with you, because when I'm getting tired of people telling me who the hell and who doing what and ain't gonna be, calling you on there.
Hey man.
Say man.
I like where Drake was going, but what has to be stated is it's a very inherent risk that comes with dealing with somebody that's in entertainment in the first place.
Mm-hmm. True.
It's whether I'm at that comedy show and like you said, 20 guys come up and hug on you or whatever. It takes a guy that's going to accept a lot more than the average guy would accept to be in that space in the first place.
Right.
Thank you very much, Cal. Listen, I gotta go to this because I gotta let Jess know something.
Wait, was that Morris Chestnut on the phone?
Yes.
No. Right.
Hold on, guys.
I think he called to ask you out to lunch.
That whole thing is just it's tricky. It's tricky.
But I'm a newcomer. I'ma lick you like candy, smooth with my hands. So hand me the baby or your
y'all know that's Miles, right?
Love with my hands. Next sense to latex, hello me, big man. You be a big fan, though we just met. Let's go to my crib and make the walk sweat. Bumping up, please love me, sorry, sugar. Freaking so ain't tramp, you little booger. Knew you was a skeezer, trying to keep me, peak my game. Hell no, since I'm free, I'm freaky.
Okay, Miles wanted to
let you know I was a damn celebrity at one time.
And you made a song, and you wasn't married, and you were 19, and you can be as freaky as you want it to be. So it's not relevant. But we just wanted everybody to know that the skinny black guy with the glasses on, that was Miles. You were made to that song if you're watching and you were born in 1992.
Right.
Your mama was freaky, so was your daddy.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's all I'm saying is that
JR, I have a question. The topic. So the topic today is dating after a breakup. Is it fair or foul? What are your thoughts about that?
It's fair. To each your own. I feel like your life is your life. Like, you don't wake up today and say, well, my life is going to be like this, or tomorrow's going to be like that. You just have to roll with the punches. So is dating after breakup fair? It's just fair. Your life is your life. I mean, sometimes you move on fast, sometimes you move on slow, but also take out the proper time to heal and to make sure that you are ready for the next level.
Right. Somebody said they love that song because they're freaky too. Just same question.
I will also say fair. I will say from a woman's perspective, a lot of times the outer perception is that if you go on a date the day after you broke up with somebody, that they must have already been there, where that may not necessarily be true. A lot of times we give chance after chance after chance for the relationship to work. We done prayed about it. We done went to counseling with the person. We've mentally and emotionally left the previous relationship far before we have physically removed ourselves from that person. It's only to the outside, once you're physically removed from that person, that everybody else respects what you've already known for weeks, months, years. I'm not going to even say nothing about that. But I think that it's completely fair because you never know the mental state that a person is in once they've actually left that relationship. And then, shoot, people be waiting in the wings. As much as we think that we're covering up, that we're being treated a certain kind of way, or a man is being treated a certain kind of way, other people see you being undervalued, devalued, disrespected, unappreciated.
Right.
People be turtling around. They be waiting for it to get a fucked up.
Yeah, they do.
And it's the same for men.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. You ain't got to want me now, sir.
Black men don't cheat.
That's what
They
they said.
ain't got to. If I see you being undervalued, devalued, and mistreated, that's okay. Eventually, you gonna get tired of that broad, and I'm gonna be sitting right here. Let me be your shoulder to cry.
But this is something. This is something that I think is a disservice to the person who is waiting. Right. The person who leaves the relationship is still longing or wanting something. And Jay Cherie said it earlier. As we get older, we should give ourselves time. We should give ourselves the spiritual healing, because you do have that person in your aura, a part of your energy, a part of your nervous system. You remember them. You remember their touch. I just told earlier, before you guys sat down with us, I'm like, if you're with somebody 3 years, you're almost used to calling everybody their name. You know what I'm saying? You probably call your person more than you call anybody. So when you get with somebody new, sometimes you even have to stop yourself. And for me personally, I fuck up. So, but I would say to people who...
Nice shirt.
I would say to people who are like waiting in the wings, though, you may get what you ask for. Because if a person ain't let those strings go and you want to make it better, you may be only healing them so they can go back to where they feel like they belong. Like, don't set yourself up to be a better person for somebody that you haven't allowed to heal. You know, and that is the foul part of dating after a breakup. You know what I mean? Because that person that comes right there and they think they got you and this, that, and the other, they probably really don't have you. You know, your last person don't have you, the next person don't have you. It could be a whole new person, or 9 times out of 10, it's the one that you wanted. You know what I mean? But the one that come along is the one that you needed just to get you through certain aspects of that relationship. So, it's not always on the person who was broken up with. You know, when you get older, it's like the decisions that you make to get with somebody in a effed up situation. Know that you may have to pay for that. That's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
I got more. I always got more. You know, I'm smart.
That was good. I like the way you put it. The way you put it. So
thank you.
Here's the icing on the cake. You didn't have to ask Chad about it.
Yeah, Chat told me that.
No,
I practiced it for the show.
Stop asking Chat stuff, y'all. The only problem that I have with people asking Chat for relationship advice, people have not put all of the complete and proper inputs as far as data is concerned. You're only asking Chat from the perspective of what Chat knows about you so far.
See, what y'all don't understand it. No.
Oh,
so see, and because I know how much data it needs, I'm okay with writing paragraphs and books on what I'm looking for answers on. I'm going to tell you what my mistake was, the decision I made, how I feel, what happened, the day that he didn't answer my call, the day he did, how many hours it took. I'm not just asking the question like, hey, do you think I should be with him or him? You know what I mean? This is a conversation. The same way I would sit down with a therapist and give them all the facts. Yeah. So it won't, because I'm really not looking for human emotion or interaction. I'm trying to outline this stuff out so it can stop being talked about, so something can be done about it. And that's why I say, when you sit down and you talk to people, you regurgitate the same things over and over again.
You do sometimes. I think part of that is because people don't think about what they're actually thinking about and what is their personal preference. But even with all of the inputs that you just described, if you were sitting there trying to put a scenario in with a therapist, if it's your first session with that therapist, they're going to need to get to know you first to a certain level so that they can learn your temperament, how you would handle a situation. So even with all of the inputs that you just described, you're still going to get a generalized response that is also based upon the additional information that chat pulls from the internet, which right about now, it's a whole bunch of foolishness out there and a bunch of people that should not have podcasts that are talking, and they keep talking and they keep making episodes, and they should probably shut up.
So J.R. Erb was about to say something. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. Hold on, Larry. Go ahead, man.
Anywho, I'm just gonna say, I get where you're going with the chat stuff, and I'm not discrediting it. I just think that you got to surround yourself with more like individuals like yourself that's open-minded and free will to actually speak about their emotions and actually talk and give you sound advice. Because what I've learned this far is that the circle of friends that you do have, each one does something different. Mm-hmm. Like, I went to this place the other day and I learned how to make Manhattans and what's the other one? Old Fashions. And it was just, but the place was nice. The ambiance was nice. But after talking some more, it was like, yo, we get busy this day. And my mind started clicking. I'm like, hey, we can throw an event here. Blah, blah, blah. And start talking and this, that, and the third. But it was because two people introduced me to a new surrounding. Right. And something I never had before. Something that I didn't know actually exists. And that people can actually, like how we kind of calm right now. Yeah. It wasn't too noisy. It wasn't loud. It wasn't all this crazy stuff going on. So what I'm saying is, like, there's somebody out there that will give you good sound advice, but sometimes you need that human interaction, because when we do social media on any platform, the one thing that they tap in is the dopamine in your brain. Mm-hmm. Once they got you hooked on something, like you can say right now, Fat Chicks Unite. And all on your timeline is Fat Chicks, because it's always, listen, now that plays off your dopamine. Now that triggers an emotion. Now if you see something sad, I need to lose weight, you're going to say, like, it's going to keep the circle going. But I get what you're doing with chat, so I don't discredit it. But I would say surround yourself with like-minded individuals. And also, don't tell small individuals your big dream.
Right. So as an almost 50-year-old woman, I've had friends since I was 12. So I know who my friends are. I got one that I out-talk her all the time. She never says anything. She just listens. Shout out to Gigi Marie. I've seen you on here. I don't know if you dropped off. You know what I'm saying? She hardly ever gets a chance to tell me anything. I have another friend that I'm that way for her. You know, I have a friend, her and I talk back and forth. You know, but the one thing is text. When I talk to chat, that text is there. I get to go back. I get to study. I get to think. Because in a conversation, especially over drinks or anything, you're not remembering half the stuff you're talking about. You're venting. You're telling your feelings. You're emotional. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different conversation to me with women. You know, we are going back and forth with advice. So by the time you leave your girl at happy hour, like, I don't know what that bitch is saying. Like, shit, I'm just happy. I'm going to fuck them both. Like, that's what she said. Fuck them both. Because the one thing I'll tell you about my friends, when you get at this big age, they're going to encourage you to do whatever the hell you want to do. They're going to be like, hey, girl, like, date them all. I don't have my girlfriends don't tell me that I'm wrong, and I could be dead wrong.
And maybe you need some no shade. No, this is a hard truth that I had to learn. I know they're gonna be eating me up in the comments, but there is a certain level of pretty responsibility that you have, whether you want it or not. You're gorgeous. Sometimes, yes.
Oh,
yes.
she never heard that.
It becomes a greater responsibility for you, as you mentioned earlier. You said that you're flirty. Are you just being your regular, bubbly, nice self, and because you're also pretty, now you're labeled as flirty?
No, I'll be asking for that dick.
Oh, okay. So you take it all the way there.
I take it all the way. They ain't gonna misconstrued. I'm honest. Nobody, guys like to turn you down. It's actually a little bit of my magic, because if you're overzealous with a man and you too pushy, they tend to shy away.
Yeah.
And it does help me keep certain things out of my, and it's been that way for a while. I already know, because like you and I could be there and you could be the cute girl in the pink, and I go and I'll be flirting. All of them are going to be on you. You are like, help me. Yeah, because you are now the men like the secretive. They want to know. They need to find out. They need
to fuck around and find out. I'll be honest with you. No, I'm gonna tell you, because I met some people like at a conference, right? And I knew they was together, right? I asked him and I asked her.
Was it a swinger conference?
No, it was
because that's how you know.
We was at your house.
He had on a T-shirt said, "I'm with him, I'm with her," and he still got to ask.
Those are so cute.
No, they weren't even. They didn't have the same colors on, but they was in sync. And so I asked him. I said, "Hey," I said that shit. He like, "Oh no, man, that's my friend." You know, and then next thing you know, I asked her, she's like, "Oh no, we business partners." And then next thing you know, I knew it, cause I'm like, y'all got 2 separate rooms at the conference. You know what I mean? You know
we have no clue what you're talking about.
The rest of my point was, sometimes when we're taking chat out of the equation and we're talking about, I always tell people, seek wise counsel, which is why I don't ask Miles nothing if it ain't got to do with a computer. But when we're seeking wise counsel, sometimes you cannot listen to your ugly friend.
No.
Or maybe I should have said your friend who is not as aesthetically pleasing as you, because sometimes
because I'm not aesthetically pleasing, but I'll tell you the truth. Goddamn it, she ain't shit for you. You need to go ahead and move on. But
that's why we need to acknowledge all of these different categories that make people attractive, because there's a difference between being aesthetically pleasing by, like, you know, the larger standard. Some people are uniquely beautiful. Some people, like, you can see a dude that he not fine, but damn man sexy as hell. He's which makes him look good to you, because he just got that allure. He just got that vibrato, and it's like, sir, yes. Like, and it's the same thing for females too. Like, some females, they get to move, they get to move around based off of their personality and whatnot. Yeah. And sometimes when we start to try to, some of the quote unquote bad advice, it's not always intentional that it's bad. Sometimes it's coming from a good place, but it's coming from the wrong sample because they aren't similar enough to you. So in the same way that we have to make sure that we don't have that bias because we're asking somebody that's too similar to us, certain differences, they're going to give us information that's not going to work well for us.
Absolutely. So you were riding a pony. So does that mean we're done?
That means wrap it up.
Okay. So you doing this, y'all. It was weird looking. I don't know what that was about. So before we get out of here, JR, please let the people know where to find you. We thought we was going to find you in Georgia, but you're still here. Hi. Welcome to Detroit. Are you a Detroiter now?
No.
We don't want you.
No, you just check me out my social media handles at Real Shit Let's Talk Podcast, and that's it.
What is it called?
You heard me, man.
Real Shit Let's Talk Podcast.
Yeah,
podcast. And is that on all platforms? Because I was trying to tag
all social media.
All social media, including Facebook.
Yeah.
You look a little young for Facebook, but I did want to tag you today.
You so nice.
No, she said she wanted to tag him. She wanted. No, go ahead. Just tell us where they can find you at.
You guys can find me on Insta at Everybody Can't Go Convos Pod. You can find me on TikTok at Everybody Can't Go LLC, and you can find us on Facebook at Everybody Can't Go.
Okay, everybody loves that. Y'all know me. I'm Lake B everywhere, and I'm the one that's made to keep Miles Dixon in line. Miles Dixon in line. And I thank you guys for tasking me with the opportunity to do so, because he needs somebody to tell him to shut the fuck up every now and then. If you would like to hear more of my content of telling Miles to shut the fuck up, follow me on the Rise and Grind Morning Show on YouTube and Facebook. You can also follow Podcastic, and you can follow Lake B everywhere on all platforms. We thank you so much for showing up and showing out at the Lake and Miles show on Tuesday, and I will be back here next Tuesday, definitely, because I love it here. And Miles will be here tomorrow.
Yes, I'll be here. And y'all have a good day and stay safe. Be careful driving in the snow if you're in the Detroit area. And shout out to everybody who was in the thread, man, giving us some feedback. What you trying to whisper? Oh, you trying to act like you're my voice? With your deep ass voice. Anyway, all right, y'all. Bye. See y'all later. Peace.
Rise and grind. Morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances.